Well, every child is unique, and the impact of domestic abuse on children depends on their own individual circumstances. So much depends on what has happened to them and who is there to support them. In Jersey, it's estimated that around 400 children are living in families where there's domestic abuse. Immediate impacts can be that children feel frightened, confused, guilty, alone or angry. Longer term, they may learn not to trust others. Others may try to intervene and may be hurt because of this. Children do not have to see the violence for it to impact on them. They experience it indirectly from hearing it from another room or by seeing injuries or damage to their or others' possessions. Everyone has a role in helping to protect children where it is known that they are living in homes where there is domestic abuse. Children need to feel loved, safe and protected. Children need to be listened to and have their views heard, and they need to access services that can help them and their families. It's important that children get the support they need, and sometimes that means bringing it to the attention of professionals who can help. If you're worried about a child, you can get help for them by contacting MASH on 01534 51 9000. All professionals who work with children and their families try to help parents change their behaviour and support children to talk about their experiences so that they can recover. Very rarely, when children remain at risk, it may be that children need to live elsewhere where their parents get additional help. The idea of a cycle of abuse is a bit of a myth. There are lots of children who have lived with violence, who become adults, and parents who reject the use of violence, intimidation or controlling behaviour. For the few adults who have experienced harm both as children and then in adult relationships, it's important that they get specialist therapeutic help so that they can overcome the trauma of their childhood, develop new ways of behaving and become the best parents they can be. Most parents want their children to be happy and to have a good relationship with them, and this is what we support them to do. Often the catalyst for them changing their behaviour is when they realise the impact that domestic abuse is having on their children. So it's important that we provide as much support as we can to families when there is domestic abuse.